Welcome to demonstration video number 3 for populating the payroll register. And let's go ahead and calculate or populate the Social Security for each employee. And basically what we're doing is we're going into each of their records like what we have populated before, okay, in the previous video. I'm going to go in and fill in the rest of the payroll register for the Social Security, the Medicare, the voluntary withholdings. I'm going to go ahead and put in the check numbers and then their net pay. Okay, so you can do this a few different ways. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to go in and because since I'm in Excel, I'm going to go in and just put in formulas. I'm going to say I want this cell to equal this cell. Okay, because that's for Shelly here. And this one is for Shelly Brothers. Okay, so her Social Security today is 2810. Same thing for Mr. Belden. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go back to the earnings employees record. I'm going to go down to Belden. I'm going to say I want it to equal this amount. And I'm going to press enter. And it's going to go ahead and populate that cell for me. Or you can do it this way. I'm going to go to Donaldson. I'm going to go back into his employees earnings record. Go into Donaldson and his Social Security is 4836. So I'm going to right click, copy, and I'm going to paste special here, paste special and say values. Because if you don't do that, sometimes it might paste incorrectly. So you say values and basically you just want the value of the cell, which is 4836. Okay. Same thing with Kindler. You can do the same thing. Let's go back into Kindler. The information for Jason is here. And he had none. So let's go ahead and put none here. That was an easy one. And then for Wilder, same thing. I'm going to go into his information. And get that 6829 in there. And I can just put in 6829. Same as. So those are the different ways that you can do it, right? So I'm going to go ahead and populate Medicare for each of the employees. Same thing. I'm going back into the employee earnings record, and I'm just taking their Medicare information and populating that information in. So let's go ahead. And here's the Medicare. Okay, I'm just going into each of these columns for each employee and populating that in the payroll register. I'm going to just type them in because I know what they are already. Okay, so total is pick the wrong ones here. All right, 5038 so far. For the voluntary withholdings, okay, this one is going to be these sections here. If you go into the employee earnings record and for brothers, okay, for the voluntary deductions, you're going to take your retirement, you can take your life insurance, your charitable contributions, and your additional withholdings. So I'm going to take these 4 different deductions because all of these are voluntary. They are not required. So I'm going to go ahead and take the sum of all these. And you can do it this a couple of different ways again. If you highlight the cells that you want, it'll give you a sum on the bottom of the Excel spreadsheet. Okay, and I'm hoping, let's see here, I wonder if I can move that down a bit. Okay. Can you see down here? Hopefully you can. Okay, this 5826 right here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and enter that in here. So you can do that. For Belden, same thing. If you go in and highlight from retirement all the way to the additional withholdings, it'll give you a total of 110. So you will put that in here. It's 0 for Belden. For Kindler, it's 92.93. And Wilder is $78. Okay. Check numbers, 7100. I'm just getting this from the information that we had inputted prior. Okay. So net pay then. Okay. You can do this a couple different ways. You can go ahead and take this and subtract the sum of here up until here to get your net pay. Okay. Let's scratch that. Let's just go ahead and make it easier, and let's go ahead and go into the employee's earnings record and just take it from there. So I'm going to take that amount. So we're saying take this cell. I want this cell to equal this cell. And you said press enter and it'll populate that for you. So I'm going to go ahead and enter those in. And you can go ahead and type it in as I'm doing them here as well, because we have all the information readily available. So my total then will be populated in the bottom of 2006.3326. Okay, so that's how we go ahead and calculate or fill in the payroll register. So what I'm going to do next is, well, let me just color code this so it looks a little bit more lively. What I'm going to do next in the next video is I'm going to use these numbers here and maybe some numbers here, depending on what I'm doing, to calculate or to journalize the payroll journal entries. So I'll see you in that video.